This is the 15th issue of the Garden City Gazette. This issue is July 21st, 1894. Walla Walla Valley soil. Speaking of a rich soil, said the Walla Walla man, we have it in the valley. Why, every year when the children go barefoot, they are required to wash the soil off their feet at night so they won't grow so fast. One family that had just moved into the valley with 2 little girls were not posted on this important subject. The girls went barefoot that summer, and by fall, they were full grown and each had married a wealthy bachelor of the neighborhood. True as gospel. City records show that in 1893, 121 arrests were made for the violation of city laws. The character of offenses were assault and battery 14, discharging firearms 3, disorderly conduct 28, drunk and disorderly 35, drunk and incapable 6, fighting 6, indecent exposures 5, keeping disorderly house 4, a nuisance 6, opium smoking 5, resisting officers 1, violation of license laws 8. Chinaman horribly cut. Walla Walla, July 17th. Shu Fly, the Chinese interpreter, informs the Union of a horrible crime committed on McAuliffe's ranch in which 2 Chinamen figure as principals. They were sleeping when one of them awoke and procured an axe, and which he commenced to chop his bedfellows. He was rescued, but so badly injured that he is not expected to live. The assailant says that the crime was committed in his sleep and that he was dreaming that he was cutting wood. He has been arrested. They were arrested. Deputy Sheriff Ellingsworth received a telegram from Sheriff Latham of Whitman County to arrest 4 men whose descriptions were given. The men were wanted for stealing saddles. The deputy sheriff and Constable Guston repaired to Boyer Grove on East Alder Street and arrested 2 men who had in their possessions the stolen saddles. The other 2 could not be found. One of the wisdoms of Ben Franklin is this: my son, deal with the men who advertise. You will never regret it. Many people in Walla Walla offer to the merchants the same advice, with the qualifications after the word ad advertised in the Garden City Gazette. An electric storm. A severe electric storm passed over Walla Walla Sunday night. The wind blew quite hard and clouds of dust filled the air. A gentle rain followed. Inquiry at the local telephone office elicited the statement that the damage done to the system was slight. Several bells between here and Pendleton were burned out. The telegraph line suffered no loss. Farmers, when you come to town, you don't need to bring a lunch when you can get a good hot meal for only 25 cents at Teff's Model Cafe, number 116 Main Street. The residence of Al Goldman on 2nd Street was struck by lightning during the storm Sunday evening. All the incandescent lights in the building were burned out. The house was damaged to the extent of about $85 or more. Dynamite on the track. A Northern Pacific engine was wrecked a few miles east of Missoula this morning by the explosion of 20 pounds of dynamite, which had been placed on the track and touched off with a railroad torpedo. The pilot light and headlight were blown off, rods bent, and windows of the cab and baggage car wrecked. The engineer was blown from his seat, but no one was seriously hurt. Had the engine gone fairly over the cartridge, the result would have been more disastrous. as 8 coaches constituted the train, which was loaded with troops and passengers. The strikers denounce the accident in unmeasured terms, but it is believed someone in sympathy with the railroad strikers is responsible for the wreck. N. Seal, 20 Main Street. My stock of the season in footwear is great in variety of first-class goods and low prices. Should boots or shoes brought from me rip, return them and have them mended free of charge. Reverend George A. Taggart and Miss Anna L. Costin were quietly married at the residence of the bride's mother on Elm Street Monday evening. Reverend M. V. Howard officiated. Only the immediate family and friends were present. The couple are now spending a few days with friends in the mountains. They will return to Milton, where they will reside. Mr. Taggart is the pastor of Ingle Chapel of Milton. The bride is an accomplished young lady, well known in church circles here. At Clicker Mountain, a party of campers left the hot and dusty city for the cool retreats of Clicker Mountain on Wednesday. The campers will not return until sometime in August. In the party were Harry Krutz and family, B.L. Sharpstein and wife, Frank Sharpstein and wife, and Mr. Charles Sharpstein. The Rescue Home. There are now no inmates in the rescue home. There were 4 originally. One of the reformed girls is happily married. Another has gone to her home in a distant town. The third is with a Christian lady in the country. It is to be regretted that the 4th has returned to her old life of sin. The home has made a good record so far, and without a doubt will do well in the future. Thank you for subscribing.